Hi, my name's John Stewart.
Hey guys, welcome to the VisiCast. I've got Dan with me today. He's playing as Eldar and I'm playing Ravenwing. So we've already rolled off on missions and we're going to be playing the Maelstrom of War mission, Tactical Escalation, and we rolled Hammer and Anvil. Yeah, I won the roll to see who was going first and who could choose their deployment zone. And to give Dan a chance, I decided to give him the inner city. Unfortunately, that meant that he could put Dark Reapers up in a building that I couldn't get to because he's a dick. So, so that's going to be interesting. So, what have you got for your psychers?
So, we've rolled up for my one Farseer, Psychic Shriek, which should be quite good because one of the big problems about fighting against Ravenwing is that they have fantastic cover saves against everything.
Extremely resilient.
And the Psychic Shriek negates that.
Yeah, it's all, that's all based on leadership, feigning leadership tests. And do you have anything that minuses my leadership as well?
Not in this case, no.
Okay.
But I have also got Mind War, which is a similar power to Psychic Shriek, except with Mind War you can target a specific individual. Again, it's a leadership-based test, and yeah, ignores the cover. And the last one, I've got Guide for the Primaris power. Just your bog standard Eldar one could come in useful. Got rocking a lot of BS2, so I don't know how useful, but it's a warp charge one, so reasonably easy to get off. So, and a good range as well.
Cool.
We also did Warlock traits for me, because of course, if you're taking Samael.
Mine's pre-selected. Mine, I can't remember what it's called, but basically it gives him +3 to turbo boosts and charge ranges automatically for him and his unit.
And also for me, I rolled up Fate's Messenger off the Eldar table for Warlord traits, which gives my Farseer rerolls all saving throws results of 1, which is kind of good because I was hoping with my Psychic powers I might get Fortune. So hopefully if he starts charging straight into the Farseer, might have a little bit of a chance of surviving.
We've already deployed, objectives have been put down, I'll show you those in a minute. Also, Darren's Eldar army is being used here today, and there's another video which is going to be showcasing all these miniatures because they are probably the best painted ones I've ever seen. I'm sure you know some Golden Demon people, don't you? And I haven't seen those. But from my perspective, I've seen a lot of armies and they are the best painted. It's the best painted army I've ever seen. Him and his Harlequins, which is another video for. So make sure you check those out, the showcase videos. Cool, let's crack on. Yay.
So here's a quick rundown of my 1500 point Dark Angels Ravenwing army. Starting out with HQ, we've got Samael, who's on his jet bike, standard loadout. With him, a Ravenwing command squad, that's a 5-man squad. In that squad we've got an Apothecary, who also has the Ravenwing banner and a grenade launcher. Then we've got the Ravenwing Dark Shroud, another squad of Ravenwing Black Knights, that's another 5-man squad, and in there is also another grenade launcher. Then we have 4 Ravenwing bike squads, they're 3-man squads. The sergeants have melter bombs, and in each squad is 2 melter guns. And then there are 3 squads of 2 attack bikes, and each attack bike has a multi-melter. And that is it for my 1500 point list.
So this is the Eldar list, based on 2 formations, a CAD and a aspect host formation. So for the CAD, you've got a Farseer. I know it's Elred Ulthrin, but it's just a normal Farseer today, and he's carrying the normal Spirit Stones. So that will be the extra war gear option. He's running with a unit of Dire Avengers, who are part of the CAD, so they're the normal basic troop choice. And they've got an Exarch, who today is going with a power weapon and a Shimmer Shield. Shimmer Shield, I believe, is in the crest of his helmet somewhere tucked away. The other part of the CAD, there's a unit of jet bikes at the back. They're the new models, and they've all got scatter lasers. Along with them, there is a small unit of 3 standard bikes, just with the shuriken catapults. And on the right hand side of the picture, you've got another 3 of the old bikes, 2 of which have got shuriken cannons. The rest of the CAD is made up with heavy support choices. So you've got 1 War Walker at the back with 2 Bright Lances and 2 Wraith Lords, both of them armed exactly the same, with the 2 scatter lasers and the sword, and 2 2 flamers, because why would you have the shuriken catapults? Making up the list is the aspect host formation. So you've got 3 units of aspect warriors. They're taking the +1 ballistic skill. So we've got a unit of Dark Reapers, and the Dark Reapers have an Exarch, because you have to take an Exarch for every unit in the aspect host. Just having a quick look. And they don't have the crack missile, so they're just basic Dark Reapers. You've also got a unit of 6 Warp Spiders with the Exarch, who has nothing particular about him at all. So he hasn't got power blades, and he's only just got 1 normal Death Spinner, because Games Workshop still haven't released a model for the Exarch. Get on with it. And then lastly, you've got a unit of Fire Dragons, 6 of them, one of which is an Exarch. He's got the Fire Pike, just because it's nice, and they're riding in a Wave Serpent. I believe the Wave Serpent, if I have a quick check, that has got scatter lasers, it's got the underslung cannon, but it's also got star engines, so that, if it survives, will be moving pretty far in 1 turn. There we go.
Okay, so deployment's been done. My Ravenwing have set up as far forward as they can. I've got first turn, so I get my scout move, which will put me up to about here, and then I've obviously got my move, which will put me up to around about here, which will put me in threat range of pretty much everything that's got on the board, or I could do, but I probably need to choose a flank and then attack that. So that's my plan of action, just course forward and hope he doesn't seize the initiative. Darren, what is your course of action? Why have you deployed as you have?
Well, probably easier if I go over that.
Yeah.
So, fairly simple. Dark Reapers have the range, can sit back, there's an objective on the top of there, and they're going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to charge.
Yeah.
So they're up here. It's general principle of hide the first turn, because I know that he's going to get in range.
Yeah.
If he carries on getting the first turn, I'm going to get shot. There's nothing I can do about that.
I can do what tends to happen in these games is I do quite a lot of damage turn 1 and 2, and it looks bleak. But then when you get to start firing back, you thin out my army quite quickly, and then it tends to even out by about turn 3, so that's usually what happens.
So I've got myself jet bikes hidden over here, down there. In the middle, we've got the Wave Serpent, nowhere else really that he could hide, but that's got the Fire Dragons in, so central position, I should be able to move out when I need to. Wraith Lord, simply because a little bit of cover there, going to be moving forward. There's an objective over here, which the Dire Avengers will have in the first turn, hopefully, if they're still there. War Walker, nowhere else really to place him, bit of a throwaway unit. And over here we've got 2 separate units of bikes, some with shuriken cannons, basically to stay out of the way. Wraith Lord is parking himself down here, and there's another objective down on the bottom floor there. Again, there's 3 objectives that I'm close to at the start. If I get the first turn, and if I roll any one of those objectives, so we've got objective 2, 4, and probably 6
down there. And we've got objective 1 is over here, objective 5 is down there, and objective 3 is over there. When I was placing objectives, because I knew I was coming for you, I knew that your manoeuvrability isn't as good as mine, so I thought I'd place them slightly far back. It is better than it was, but I have got a slight advantage of manoeuvrability. I could have put some back here, but it meant I would have had to take things too far out of the game, so I want to keep it moderately close, but at the same time a bit spread out to give me an advantage in terms of manoeuvrability. So that's where all the objectives are. You also have a unit of Dark Reapers in reserve.
Not Dark Reapers.
Oh, not Dark Reapers. No, what?
Dark Reapers are here.
They are.
Deep striking Dark Reapers. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not going for it this game though.
Thank God. So that's it. So I'll do my scout move. We'll see about seizing the initiative, and then we'll get going. So I've done my scout move. I've moved everything up 12 inches. I'm trying to focus more on this right flank because I know that those Dark Reapers up there are my worst enemy. So that's what I'm trying to prioritise killing. On this side over here, he's got a lot of jet bikes, so the manoeuvrability doesn't mean I'm going to not be facing them next turn, but my main goal right now is to kill them because they're my biggest threat. So, yeah.
This is the big bit though.
There's something that could make this all go tits up. It's happened before. Right.
Nice easy initiative roll.
So this is seizing the initiative, wind it up.
This is once for the mountain. And needing 6s.
What we got? Was it 1?
It was a 1.
It was a 1. Cool. Okay.
Better buckle down and get ready for this then.
Yeah, I'm going to get down to moving all my shit closer to you. Yeah.
So I've drawn my my tactical objective. Unfortunately, it's secure objective 2, which is the objective up here, which is pretty much impossible for me to get to unless I use Samael or my Dark Shroud, and it's surrounded by Dark Reapers anyway. But what I've done in terms of movement is I've moved most of my army up this right flank to try and take on the Dark Reapers and get them dealt with as soon as possible. Then I've sent some of my attack bikes over here down the other flank to try and kill this bad boy. And there are also some Ravenwing bikers there just to try and thin out the ranks of the Guardians. So get down to rolling some dice and trying to kill stuff. So in this squad here, 2 of those Ravenwing bikers are in range of the Dark Reapers. It's only 1 shot each, so is it worth it? Probably not. I'm going to take shots anyway. So this squad here is firing at Dark Reapers up there. So hitting on 3s, twin links, these are bolt guns, and then wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds up there. I'm going to try and roll your...
Yep, you didn't think about this, did
I
you?
didn't think about that.
Okay, so 2 saves.
Yeah.
Dark Reapers with their 3 up save. And both passive.
So on stick. So they are done. Okay, the... starting to get scary. The attack bikes out in front, they're in rapid fire range.
Really?
That's a good question actually. They're not in rapid fire range.
You know how long rapid fire range is, don't you, sir?
Yes,
Not that far.
72 inches. Hitting on 3s, these are twin link bolt guns. Nope. So 2s and 3s. Yep. So that is
cover saves.
2 cover saves and 4 up.
Here we go.
Ruins.
And
Oh my god.
pass.
Ah, shit. So that's the attack bikes done, that's that group there done. The bikers I couldn't really get in range, which is a bit annoying.
They would be the Black Knights.
They're the Black Knights, yeah.
They're
They only have an
short.
18-inch range.
Do they?
Yeah, plasma talons.
They'll have to compensate some other way.
Yeah. However, Samael does have a plasma cannon, so he's going to roll to see if it gets hot. Thank God it doesn't.
Okay. Duck and cover, boys. Duck and cover.
This is a plasma cannon going on that one's head. I could potentially get 4 hits, so we've hit 4 of them.
Okay, usual 2s to wound.
Yeah. So over here, 2s to wound. All wound.
Okay.
So that is 4 up cover saves.
Here we go.
Need you to fail some of these.
3 of them
down.
So,
Closest one, so it's these 3 here, yeah?
yep, take them off.
Cool. So they are this. He's also got a storm bolter. So just checking he's in 24. The range of the plasma cannon is 36. So yeah, he's in range for the storm bolt. I might as well. You can fire 2 weapons at a time. Not twin linked. Wounding on 3s. That's another wound.
Okie dokie. And another save.
Yep, save. Okay, so that's Samael in this squad done. There's a heavy bolter on there, although it fell off, so it's not modelled. Okay, so the heavy bolter is going to fire from the Dark Shroud, 36-inch range.
Yep.
Yeah. On the Dark Reapers, so hit on 3s, only 1 hit, only on 2s, 1 wound.
Nice wound there.
That was a 3-up save.
Which, another one pops.
One goes down.
Now I'm missing my lovely 2-up cover save that I used to get.
Indeed. How did you used to get that?
Illic. If I wanted to be really mean, and if I was on the bottom floor, I'd have taken Karangras.
So, this unit here is in range of the Guardians. So it's only going to be, none of them are in rapid fire range, it's only 1 shot each. There is a grenade launcher in there as well. So it's 4, and the grenade launcher. I'll fire the grenade launcher in a minute because I can't remember its stats. So, hitting on 3s, twin linked, this is gets hot. Gets past.
Okay.
2s to wound. So,
Very
3
sure
wounds.
you only got 3 hits.
No, I was running on hit on 3s.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah, no, twin linked. Yes.
Okay.
3 wounds. You're in cover, so 4 up cover save.
Alright then. And that's all.
Absolutely
Thanks very much.
fine. Cool. These guys here, I'm going to turbo boost. They can turbo boost up to 12. They are going to be going through terrain, which means I have to take a difficult terrain test for each one.
So Visage passes, and then the two with melter guns with the pass is fine. These guys are left, but can't really do much with turbo boost them. I am going to turbo boost them just like that, so they get a free drink save. I don't think they'll need it, but save drink. Rest of 5. Okay, moving over to the other side of the table. I am going to fire. There are 2 attack bike squads. Both are going to be trying to kill this thing. Was a War Walker? Yeah. So there's 2 multi-mutters. What armor is it on the front? 10. So the bolt guns can do some damage.
They can.
So that one is out, so it can fire, but it doesn't get the double on the melter for being in half range. So we'll do this one first. So hitting on 3s, both hit. So strength 8, only wanting 1 dice because it's not within 12. This is 10. It does a glance, and then this needs a 6 to do a glance. Doesn't do anything. So because it's the same squad, we'll now roll the next one.
These are the bolt guns.
Bolt guns and metal gun on the second one. The only reason I rolled that separately is because he's not in double melt attack range. So hit on 3s, or hit 6s, and I need another. Oh, sorry. 6s and right. So that's 1 glance there, and that is another pen.
Okay.
So there are no cover saves for this.
That's fine.
So you've taken 3 whole points anyway.
I think you'll find I'll use my 5 up invulnerable save here.
Oh man. Okay,
so
this
two of my loaded dice here.
Yeah. So you want 2 for the glancing first.
Yep, 2 5-ups.
Oh, very nice. And then you've got 1 for the. Let's hope that one's not cocked. Failed. So the pen's gotten through +2.
+3, it's open top.
+3, so that's 6. Only makes it immobilised, I believe.
It does, yeah. You need a natural 7.
So that's that one. The next squad, we're not done yet. So he's down to 2 whole points and he's immobilised. Both of these guys are within double tap melter range, and both are within rapid fire range as well. Yo. So I'll do it over here. Grab that. Actually, do it here because it's flat. In on 3s, twin linked. Nice. So I need 6s on these reds. Not a single one, it's fine. And then I've got 2 of these because I'm in double tap melt range. So it's a pen and a pen. So do you want to take 2 5-up saves?
Come on, lucky dice.
Ooh, makes 1 pen. However,
so we know it's going to be.
I need a 4 basically.
Yeah, you need a
4. Hey!
So that's an explosion.
He explodes. Let's see how far he explodes. 5 inches. Which will hit all of them.
Yeah, that'll be all of them.
So
jam. So
that was pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
11 guys.
11. Could have just told me.
Yeah. Could have waited.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, actually. Okay, what strength is it? Strength 4, isn't it?
So that'll be 3s to win.
3s to win.
Okay. Now, this is the interesting one here, because of course the Farsi is very close.
I reckon he is the closest.
So what I'll have to do is start doing some look outstairs. Now, do you want to take the camera?
Yep.
What have we got? So we got 7 altogether. So first look out, sir. Passes.
So make a roll on that. That you need to save that as well.
4 up. 1 dice.
Yeah.
Next look out, sir. Fails, so he
so
gets his 4 up invulnerable, which he passes. Next one, 2 up. Yep, and then a 4 up for the guys. Yeah,
2
dead.
So 1 dead, yeah. Look out, sir. Passes.
And a 4 up. Passes.
Yeah.
Look at sir. And then the guy's 4 up. Another 1 dead. Look out, sir. And then a normal guy. Passes. And then lastly, look out, sir. And a 4 up set. So 4 dire Avengers cop it. Actually, the Exarch is the next one closest. So he will take 1 wound.
Cool. And this thing's also gone through. Okay, so I've got 1 unit left to shoot, which is this 3-man squad. We've got 1 in rapid fire range and 2. Oh, is he in?
He's just in, I think. Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah,
Just.
we'll give him that.
So
one.
2 in and 1 out, basically. Cool. So these guys are all. Oh, sorry. 2 of them rapid firing and 1 of them not in rapid fire range. Bolt guns against the Guardians. Sorry. So.
You had it right the first time. Our Avengers.
Oh, they are Dire Avengers. I've been calling them Guardians this whole time.
I know you have. It's because
You didn't think to correct me. Right. So they've hit, and then 3.
Hey, it's your channel.
3's the wound. Oh,
One
only
wound.
the 1 wound.
I'll have to go on the XR, so he's got his own 4-up look out, sir. 2 passes, so it goes on the Dire Avenger behind him, who failed.
So that's the end of my turn 1. I managed to do a fair amount of damage, killing a Warwalker here, and the Dire Avengers here. They're not Guardians, even though that's what I've been calling them this whole time. I managed to kill quite a few Dark Reapers over there, which is what I was mainly aiming to do.
Yeah, you haven't finished yet though, because some of these fellas might run away.
That is true, we have leadership tests to do.
So, these guys are going to take the leadership test.
Cool.
They,
So leadership?
Leadership 9,
Cool.
because they're aspect warriors, but because they're part of the formation, they get to re-roll.
Okay.
So, leadership 9, they need that re-roll, which they pass.
They pass.
Dire Avengers don't get a re-roll because they're not part of the aspect host formation. However, they do have Farseer in there.
Cool.
So they make it,
Yeah.
because their leadership would be 10.
Cool. That's fine. In terms of my objectives, my only objective was this one up here, which I obviously didn't get. So I think, as it's the end of my turn, I'm going to discard that objective because in the near future at least, although if I kill them, I can get that objective with Sammy. I'm going to keep it. I am actually going to keep that objective. Okay, that's the end of my turn 1, so moving on to Darren's.
Right, so my first turn, a little bit of a battering there. What I've decided to do is concentrate on what I can do. So I know that they're going to be difficult to kill with shooting because they've got a lot of re-rolls. There's a lot of bikes on the board to begin with. So I'm working out which side I'm going for. There's too much stuff here at the moment for me to deal with, but on this side, there's a chance I can sort of maybe take down a squad potentially. So what I've essentially done is use the mobility that I've got to sweep around this side, hopefully give myself a little bit of cover from, you know, the guys over there, get myself into a little bit more range. Dark Reapers can't really do very much. Lost quite a few this turn. They can still probably nip a few squads and kill a few of those. The jet bikes over here could have turbo boosted to the other side. What I'm going to do is try and strip down a squad or 2, because of course the more squads he has, the more objectives he can go for. The next thing up is going to be the psychic phase. This is the bit that I'm relying a hell of a lot on,
Yeah.
because I need it to maybe cause a few wounds, take down some squads. Best case scenario is to wipe out a squad with the psychic powers.
What objective card did you draw?
Oh yeah, I drew objective marker 6.
That's one you've already
Which
got,
is
I believe.
down here. So this will be the Wraith Lord covering this one. So should be getting that this turn.
Yeah.
Yes, he manages to kill himself, and I can't see how he would do that.
Depressed.
You never know. So yeah, we're going to move on to Psychic Phase now,
Cool.
and I will roll to see how many Psychic cards I get. A 3. So 3 as standard. Farseer is Mastery level 3, so he picks up another 3 for himself. It's alright, that's fine, I can deal with that. Most of my stuff is going to be low warp charge anyway.
Yeah.
And that limits the number of opportunities he's got to stop it. So we've got ourselves Mind War, Guide, and Psychic Shriek. Probably going to have to throw 2 dice at each one. I know which one's going to be the most important one. So I'm going to start off with 2 dice on Guide. So
Yeah.
I am going to try and make the most out of the Dark Reapers whilst they're still on the board, because I don't expect them to be there next turn. So I need 1 4+, and I get it off.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and deny that.
Okay, so they've got Guide on there.
Cool.
Next up, we're going to try Mind Warp, which is a focus witchfire, so I need to be able to see the person.
Yeah.
And I am going to pick somebody in one of these squads here.
So we've got a 2-man squad and a 2-man squad.
Okay, so I'm going to pick that guy at the back there.
Fine, yeah.
So I'm going to roll 2 dice. 1
Cool.
4+ is needed. Doesn't get it off.
Get off. Are you going to use your... You can re-roll, can't you?
I can re-roll with my runes once per turn, but it's not going to be as devastating as
Psychic Shriek.
Psychic Shriek.
Yeah, indeed.
So, having a look at it, your guys' normal leadership?
Which one?
These guys.
Leadership 8.
Okay. I am probably going to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Because he's leadership 10 and he's already at an advantage. So, he doesn't get it off.
Fine.
And the last one, this is the big one.
This is where I'm going to be trying to deny it.
Okay, Psychic Shriek. It's another Witchfire. So I'm going to go on that unit there.
The 3-man bike squad.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to can't re-roll anything.
On 1.
So John, you've got 3 dice. Any of them are 6, you stop it.
Okay, so obviously I'm going to try and tonight with all 3.
No.
Oh, we don't get a 6.
Gets it off. So that unit there must take a leadership test.
Oh,
on
is
3
it
dice.
Witchfire?
He is a Witchfire.
So to begin with, you have to roll to hit.
Which I think is a bit stupid. And he gets it.
Cool, it's fine. So how does this work then? It's a
Leadership
leadership test.
on 3 dice.
On 3 dice. I don't see this going well. Fail massively. Is this the case where I take a wound every point I'm over?
Yeah.
Right, so that squad's dead.
So they.
Although, do I get saves against them? Or
No cover,
That's
no
fine.
armour.
Cool. So they are dead.
That'll be me done.
So moving on to shooting now. Yeah.
Okay, so going to need a couple of seconds to think about this. I'm going to do the normal tactic, which is to fire off the ones in the shortest range first. So these jet bikes, so already measured during the shooting phase, are in range.
Cool.
They are going to fire their normal shuriken catapults. They're hitting on 3s. They're going to re-roll because they're twin linked, and they're going for this squad here. So let's re-roll those ones that missed and take them out. 6 hits. I need 5s to wound you. Any 6s are AP2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 4 normal saves.
4 wounds, nice. So I get 3 up armour against these. These guys, so that each bike has 2 wounds. That's what we got. We have 1 wound, so 1 guy is down to 1 wound. The closest one is this one here.
It is. Lucky him. So, that's pretty good. We will also start nipping away from this unit over here. It's only the cannons that are in range.
So they're shooting at the same squad, yeah?
Shooting the same squad.
Cool.
They need 3s to hit. No re-rolls for them though. Not that they need it. They are strength 6, so they're wounding on 3s. Again, 6s at AP2.
Cool. So we have 1 rending hit.
Okay.
And then 2 wounds, correct? So
That's right.
there's no, I didn't say I'd jink, unfortunately. I should have done.
You can still do that.
Nah, that's fine. I should have said it earlier. So he's dead, and then I've got 2 3-up saves, correct?
That's right.
Fine. So we've got 1 guy still alive, and because I haven't jinked, I can still shoot with him next turn.
That's right.
Yeah.
I will try and get him off the board with the Die Avengers first. So the Exarch doesn't actually get to shoot because he doesn't have any guns, and the rest have an 18 inch range. So we're looking at 5 guys.
I am going to jink this time.
Yeah.
I should have done the last time, but
Possibly should have done it.
hey-ho.
This is the AP worry for you.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm over here anyway, so I might as well just roll. 2 shots each. Let's have a look. Hitting on 3s because they're not part of the formation. Okay.
That's a good roll for me.
5s will cause a wound. 6s are AP2 again. So 1 AP2, 1. Probably
Right,
a good
so
idea to jink.
He has jinked off already, so 4 plus, fine. Yeah.
And they're going to use their battle focus now, and they're going to move. Ooh, they're going to use their fleet to re-roll their battle focus to 4 inches. Cool. And there's shuffling going on here.
I'm just going to put a dice down to remind us that he has jinked.
Okay, has he got a wound? Has he taken any yet?
He hasn't taken any wounds, just the other guy's taken 2.
Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of shuffling around here.
So it's their battle focus run move.
Yeah. Bring him up to there. I did forget to fire the pistol from the Farseer, but I don't think that would have made much of a difference anyway.
You can do it if you really want.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're a kind man.
I am a kind man.
Hits.
Cool.
5s or 6s. 1 jinx out.
I'll do a 4 plus reroll because it's better. Oh, fails. Rerolling. Oh, it takes a win.
This is what you get for being nice.
Shouldn't have been nice. I've been nice twice
have been
and it's
nice.
backfired both times.
Yeah, you should just go back to your normal selfish
yeah,
self and
absolutely.
black cold heart.
Yeah.
This thing is actually going to shoot at the other squad.
Which thing? The wave serpent.
The wave serpent. So he's got a scatter laser on top. He's also got shuriken weaponry at the bottom in the terms of a shuriken.
I might as well. Do I? Yeah, I'll jink with them.
Okay,
well.
start off with a shuriken. Hits only once.
Yeah.
And then the scatter laser hitting on 3s with a reroll. Let's reroll that baby then. Okay. So I'll roll these separately.
Yeah.
Your blue one there, all strength 6, so 3s to wound. This one is AP 2 if it rolls a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 normal
wounds.
saves.
Cool. So, well, I've got the jinx, so I'll use the jinx instead of my armour because it's reroll, technically a better save. And 4 plus rerolling, so they're both fine.
Okay, that's nice because I've made a jink, which is a good from my perspective.
Because if not, they would quite easily take down the wave serpent next turn. Now that I'm firing snapshots.
So this nice Wraith Lord over here is going to start cranking out his scatter lasers.
Hey, buddy.
So he's got 8 shots.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s again. Ooh,
very nice.
Good
Which
boy.
unit is this on, sorry?
It's going to shoot at that guy.
The one guy with 1 wound.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 3s to roll. So
Oh.
we have 6 saves for you there. Do you want me to grab you a bunch of dice?
I'll just use these. It's fine. I can imagine he's dead. So this is the 4 plus.
Well, no. Ravenwing are tough to take the board.
They are. Alright, so 4 plus. So he's failed. Oh, he's failed 4 of them. And then camera is heavy. 4 again. He's dead.
Goodbye.
So this guy goes.
Yeah.
This guy here,
Yeah, he's going to fire then at the squad there.
which the 2-man squad.
Yeah, the only one that's left.
Yeah, they've jinked already.
Yeah, I know that. See how I deliberately made you do that. Okay, not such great shooting. And we're going to need 3s to wound. Okay, so that's 3 this time.
3 wound.
Again, no, this isn't AP2, this is just a normal save.
Yeah. Okay. So the save fails 2. I'm re-rolling. So 1 takes 1 wound. So that guy's down to 1 wound. Oh, you're talking about the jet bikes.
Yeah. So just thinking about these guys, what save will they get?
They'll get a 4 plus re-rollable.
Yeah. And that's because they've turbo boosted.
Yeah. So first turn.
So they get it for free anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys have fired.
They fired, so they don't get it for free. They would need to say I'm jinking the next turn. I'd be firing snapshots with them.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I am going to fire my jet bikes at them. Not really necessary to take any wounds off, but just to try and cause them to
So how many shots have I got coming towards me?
You've got 12 from these guys.
I do get a cover save anyway through the building.
You
4
do.
plus. So I'm not going to jink. I'm not going to jink.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So hitting you on 3s. And wounding you on 3s as well. So you love the old scatter laser bike. Okay, so we've got ourselves 6 altogether.
But there, of course, it's not rending.
Not
is it?
rending.
So I didn't jinx. So it's just 3 plus armor save.
Yeah.
Oh, failed 3. So one guy is down to 1 wound. The other one dies.
Let's see if we can poke a few holes with the Dark Reapers.
Dark Reapers left.
Now, these bikes here, which are your Black Knights,
Yeah.
they will have, what will they have?
Well, they'll just have a 3 plus, although AP3, so they'll technically have nothing.
Okay. So
Oh, they will have shrouded. So they'll have a 6 plus. Sorry, stealth. So they'll have a 6 plus.
they've got 6.
Cover save.
I will take that. I'd rather get rid of them. So
Yeah.
2 normal Dark Reapers, I will do them first.
Yeah.
So we are looking at hitting on 2s with a reroll, remember?
Yeah. There's a guide.
Okay. So let's move them out of the way. And let's do the Dark Reaper Exarch, who actually gets 3 shots.
Right.
And he gets to reroll that, which he passes.
So they've all hit. What strength are they?
Strength 5.
Cool. So it's wounding on 4s. Oh, rear Irish just didn't stop.
So we've got 5 there.
5. So I only get a 6 plus. I use these
You
dice.
do.
So this is just a cover save from stealth. That's all I get. So 4 die. It's only a squad of 5. So that's pretty painful, I'll be honest.
It'll be the guys in the front as well.
Yep. So the grenade launcher is gone. Quite brutal. And that is why I needed to kill these guys as quickly as possible because they are insanely good at killing spiders.
So these jet bikes here are going to move their jet bike move, and that's
Cool.
2d6. 7 inches. Would have been nice for a little bit further, but
I imagine they're just going to pop backwards.
we will see how far they can go. I don't think, to be honest, they can go far enough to... Oh yeah, this one can go there.
Yeah.
Cool. So this one's going to be stuck out in front, unfortunately. And this unit here will also do its jetpack move. They're going to move 6 inches, which will get them all in there, nicely tucked up together.
Fine.
These guys, 3 inches. Marginally worth it.
That's what she said.
And they were probably going to go that way anyway. Thank you for that. And that looks to be the end of my turn. So,
Cool, so objectives wise, you have secured your objective. So it's currently 1-1. I've got first blood, you've secured one objective.
we do have one more thing to do then,
Oh no.
which would be
Leadership test.
leadership test on him. I don't know about the Black Knights, are they finished?
I don't think they are. They're stubborn and they can re-roll. So the attack bike here, it gets to re-roll anyway. So it passes on leadership 8.
Yep.
The Black Knights, I need to check if they are this if I save, if I fail this, but nope, it's pass anyway. Is there anything else that needs to take one? No, there isn't.
No, other than just tidying up slightly.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Wiped out a unit, narrowed down, thinned down the attack bikes.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of firepower to come towards me, but in terms of what we've sort of punched each other at, we're kind of even. We've taken out some vital units.
This tends to be how these games go. I imagine after the end of the next turn, it will be a lot thinner. So I'm going to move on to my movement, and then we'll get back to next round of shooting and death. So I have drawn additionally objective 4, and I kept objective 2 from the last round.
Can we have a look at where they are?
Yeah,
Objective
so
4.
objective 4 is right here, so I'm pretty much guaranteed that.
Yep.
And objective 2 is up here. I've thought about this long and hard, and what I'm thinking is Samael in my movement phase has left his unit. He's the only one who's going to be able to get up there. I've positioned quite a lot of units all around here, some of whom are in rapid fire range of these Dark Reapers up here. The objective for me being I wipe them out, and then Samael can turbo boost 27 inches because he's a jet bike, and then he gets 3 for his Warlord trait. So if they kill him, Samael turbo boosts up there, and I secure that objective, which would be really cool for me. Over here, around this side, I've moved my Black Knights in position so that they can charge this unit here, hopefully get Slay the Warlord, stop him popping off any psychic powers, and thin out Guardians as well. The attack bikes over here are running away, essentially, because they're not cowards, but they're running away. Because they're firing snapshots anyway, I didn't see the point in ploughing that into the Wave Serpent. I thought, hold back, don't just give a unit away. They'll be able to capture objectives, and next turn they'll be able to move into position and fire full firepower at those guys. And in support of that, the attack bikes back here with melter guns are moving around, so the next turn should be turning down this, because he's going to take all this on board.
I'm taking none of this on board.
Good.
Memory like a sieve.
They're going to move around to also assist in taking down the Wave Serpent and all the stuff over that left side. I don't imagine there'll be much killing this turn, it's a bit more tactical. That's pretty much it. Another thing to
Just
know,
trying to bring tactics into a war game.
the Dark Shroud I've moved up behind the Ravenwing unit. The advantage of doing this is any unit within 6 inches at the start of their assault move, you can't fire Overwatch against them. So basically they can charge in without fear of being hit by the direct ranges. Is that right? Cool. Okay, moving on to shooting then. So I don't have any psychic powers to get off because I don't have any psychers. So over here, Samael's doing nothing because he needs to use his shooting to turbo boost. All these guys are in rapid fire range of the Dark Reapers up there. So that's a total of 6 shots. Twin linked bolt guns, so 3s, twin linked. We've got 3 hits there. So that's all of them hit, and then we're wounding on the 3s. I really need to kill these guys. So we have 3 wounds.
Okay, go for it.
So 3 up saves, arm saves. Oh, 2 down.
Okay.
So there's only 1 guy left.
I'll let you put those over there.
Cool. Okay, so 1 guy left.
Luckily, he's got 2 wounds.
Indeed. Did I jink with him?
You
I believe
did.
I did.
You did.
Cool, that's fine. I am going to fire anyway. So these are hitting on 6s. We've got a melter gun and bolt guns. Bolt guns are twin linked. So needed the twin linked. nothing happens, that's fine. Now we have this squad back here.
They're just a normal Ravenwing biker squad.
Yeah. So one is in rapid, none of them in rapid fire range. So it's just bot guns, 3 of them. So reroll because that was twin linked. They've all hit, wounding, they all wound. So I need you to fail 1 3-up save.
Why 1?
Because there's 1 guy left.
With 2 wounds.
Oh, he's got 2 wounds, I need to fire 2.
And he survives.
He's fine, that's fine. Actually, it's not fine, it's a bit of a dick. This guy is also going to fire. Oh, actually, it's 18 inches, yep.
Yeah.
So this isn't rapid fire, but it is plasma. This would kill him. It would double tap him. So, hitting on 3s, hits, wounding on 2s. Right, you've got a 4+ cover save. So if you fail this, he's dead.
Wish me luck.
Oh, did not want that. Did not want that. Finally, might as well. Or do I use it? Yeah, 3 shots. Heavy bolter from the Dark Shroud.
Give it all the way around, does it?
Yeah, it's a thingy. So hit on 3s, it will hit.
See without it being attached.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help him shooting, the fact he doesn't have a gun. But anyway, so 2 wounds.
Okay.
So 2 3-up saves, these are. Fails 1, 2 stamp, 1 wound. Which isn't ideal. Now, I could turbo boost Sammy up there, but there's almost no point. I'm just trying to figure out what I do. I think it's probably better for me to kill him, so my plan to turbo boost up there has gone somewhat awry. I shall instead fire the plasma cannon. Doesn't get hot. So
miss, you little bastard.
No, although it's a bit overkill to use a template on 1 man. It hits, so that's 1 hit. And then he has a storm bolter he can fire as well. It's not twin linked or anything. So storm bolter doesn't wound. That has wounded. So did I roll to wound?
You haven't rolled to wound.
I haven't rolled to wound. 2. Fine.
Yep.
So we need
1
a 4-up. Fail. He's dead. Come on. Yes.
Off he goes.
Cool.
Would have been a bit much for me to have passed that one.
Yeah.
Although he would have rained down some interesting death. Next
Yeah.
turn.
I needed to kill him. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get Sammy up there to capture the objective, but hey ho. So this whole side of the table is shot. So moving over here.
Okay.
Now.
Let's bring the little tray over.
Yeah. Hiding around the corner here. Hiding around the corner here are some more Dire Avengers, and I'm scared that if I shoot too many, I won't be able to kill them. And what I ideally want to do is get into combat with them, because I should be able to rinse them in combat. However, I will shoot just in case. It's a bit safe than sorry. The Ravenwing grenade launcher has, I believe it's called a stasis shell. It minuses their initiative and weapon skill by 1 if it hits. So I'm going to put that over HQ's choice. It doesn't scatter, BS4, so it hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It hits 5 of them. It is strength 3, so I'll do this first and then we'll shoot the rest as well. It's happening at the same time though. So wounding on 4s. We have 3 wounds from that. So that's 3 wounds. Also their initiative and weapon skill is reduced by 1. This guy at the back can't see anything, but these guys can all see someone. So that's 1, 2. These are 3 plasma talons, so twin linked. All hit, wounding on 2s. All wound except for 1. So these two are only strength 3. So I assume your HQ is only toughness 3 still, or is it toughness 4?
Only toughness 3.
Cool, so that would inflict, although Eternal Warrior?
No.
Okay, so that would inflict instant death. So if we do these 2 first.
Okay. So these are the.
You do get a save against these, a
This is
regular
from
save.
the
This is from the grenade launcher.
Okay.
AP is dash.
So we'll start off with the guy at the front. So he's got a 4-up save, which he passes.
Fine.
And then again, for him again, which he passes
Fine.
that one.
And now you've got AP2. I don't know how you want to do this, because once you get to your Warlord it will change. So do you want to do the front 2 and then...
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Yeah, I'll take this to make it easier.
Awesome. So, I mean, we've got 5 in total. Now, what are we saying for cover?
Because we're on the same bit, I'd say none.
Okay, I'll just use my invulnerable save then.
Yep.
So we've got 5 in total. Let's start off with the poor bastard at the front.
So we're doing one at a time just because when it gets
up,
to the order, it'll make a difference.
He's dead.
Cool.
This guy who has 2 wounds, but it doesn't really matter for him because he will die.
Yeah.
So he's going to do his look out, sir, and hope that that guy gets hit. He does. So he's going to do his 5 up, which he passes.
So that's 4. No, sorry, 3 left now.
Yeah, look out, sir, for the exile. She passes, and then it'll go on another guy with his 5 up, which he fails.
So that's one dead.
And then look out, sir, again. She passes. Another Guard Avenger dies.
Then we have 1 left.
And 1 left. Look out, sir. Which he fails, but he's got a 4 up invulnerable of his own, which he passes.
Fine. So that is that resolved. I am going to turbo boost. These guys have a 12-inch turbo boost. They're going to turbo boost around here. I don't need to get objective 1. They are literally hiding out of fear. Who's dead?
There was another guy I haven't moved over there.
These guys over here. So all I've got left really is this one squad here. They can't see anything. So I am going to turbo boost them. I'm going to turbo boost them slightly further back. They hide a bit better.
Cheeky, cheeky.
So that's the end of my shooting phase.
They'll have to take a leadership test.
Yeah, take leadership test first.
Kind of hoping I fail.
Yeah, I can see why.
Okay, pass.
Okay, so assault phase. These guys are going to assault. Sorry. These guys are going to assault them. Can't fire Overwatch because of the Dark Shroud. So
And
see if I get.
only the Farseer has a pistol that doesn't shoot.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So what I will do is I will use their Dire Avengers special rules for combat. Normally, if they want to, with Overwatch, they can go at BS5. BS2.
Right.
But I can't use that anyway, so I'll have to use what the other one they've got, which I believe.
What he's doing. From? Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I
Because I've never used this.
Good.
So Dire Avengers, they're going to have counter attack and stubborn.
Oh, okay, right. So, okay. What? So usually that would be a choice, is it?
Yeah, I can choose to have a ballistic skill,
Oh, fair enough.
or I can choose to have that. So
Cool.
they're going to have counter attack and stubborn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Follow me if I actually remember what counter attack does. Fairly sure.
I think it's you get +1 attack.
Pretty sure.
It's basically like you're charging in. I believe.
I think I have
Stubborn
to pass
is
initiative though.
Huh?
I think I have to pass initiative.
Oh, to
Stubborn.
enable you to do that.
Yeah.
You are -1 initiative, remember, because of the
Okay.
grenade launcher.
My highest initiative is 6.
Right, so it's now
So the only
five.
way, so the only way I fail it is if I roll a 6. Which I don't.
Which he didn't do.
So.
Right, so gonna see if I get in first. So 2 dice. Obviously
Yeah.
they're in. So we have 1 Hammer of Wrath that auto hits, base strength, which is 4. So it wounds. So we've got 1 wound.
Okay, 1 save, which makes it.
Cool. Now I need to double check this. I think they get 4 attacks on the charge each.
Yeah. So the Dire
Exile.
Avengers.
Hits
Exile
first.
gets to go first.
Cool.
He's rocking up with only 2 attacks because for some reason, if you have a shimmer shield and a power weapon, you can't have a pistol. Don't quite understand it, but there we go. So his weapon skill is, I believe, 5. So he's going to be hitting you on. What's your weapon skill?
What is his normal weapon skill 5? So it's now 4. So you hit me on 4.
Okay. 2 hits. I'm going to need 6s though to do any wounds.
Cool. Oh, it's got a 6.
Got a 6.
So 3 up.
No, it's a power weapon.
Oh, so it's just instant jibbed.
1 dead.
Right. Oh no! Oh, it fell off. Okay, man down.
I'm down.
That is the first time that anything's broken off these guys.
Yep.
Cool. So my attack's back.
Okay,
Suppose I
so-
should.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he has got feel no pain. Still get feel no pain, don't you? Feel no pain. No, it
Get in.
doesn't make any difference. So I have a lot of dice to roll
Yep. And remember, of course, I'm going to be going
at the same time.
Still keeping some attacks back.
Yeah. So I am hitting on 4s. Whoa.
This including the
Yeah.
apothecary.
Yeah, he has exactly the same weapon.
Does
Just- yeah, I modelled it wrong.
Wow.
Oh, you can model him with the hammer, but I thought I'd give him the Narthus. And,
But these are knights, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you've got a knight guy who's also an apothecary.
Yeah.
Broken.
So this many hits. Now my strength is 5. It's +1 strength, Also rending. So I'm wounding on 2s, 6 is a rending. So you have 2 rends. We have a fair amount of ones. Oh no.
Now, like combat, like shooting, this will have to start going on the Exarch, so he's going to have to do lots of...
Can you look out sound in close combat?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
So we've got, is that 4 normal guys?
4 normal and 2 rending.
Okay, well, I'll start off with the rending.
Yeah.
Because, why not? Rending, 4+. Okay, so he's taking the rending, and he's using his own 4-up invulnerable to try and ignore that, yes. Second rending, so he has to take it, and he'll use his 4-up. So he's down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
And then carrying on with the whole process, so 4-up to the cancer. So this will go on a normal guy.
Yeah.
He'll use his normal 4-up armor save, which he passes. Next one, 4-up look cancer, fails. So it goes on the Exarch with his 4-up invulnerable, which he fails, so he's dead.
Exarch's down.
And then it will go on the Farseer, who's got a 2-up for look cancer. Goes on a normal guy who passes, and then the last one, 2-up. And then see if he can survive with his 4-up save. No. So 1 more dies.
So what do we have here back?
We have 2 Dire Avengers. I think you've killed 2 Dire Avengers there.
Yes. The Exarch's already been, hasn't it?
He has, yeah.
Cool.
So the Farseer will go first, I guess. So he's got 3 attacks. Weapon skill 5 down to 4, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So he's hitting you on 4s.
Yeah.
Hits you once, wounds you on a 2 though.
Cool. Is it a force weapon? Hey,
No.
it's a 1 anyway.
And then the 1 Dire Avenger who's...
Oh, you got 2
You know
Dire
what?
Avengers.
I should have 1 more attack with that guy.
What?
Counter
Oh,
attack.
counter attack.
Shall I roll it?
I was nice earlier, so I'm going to say no this
Okay.
time.
The
But every
Dire
time I'm
Avenger?
nice to him.
The
Every
Dire
time I'm
Avenger
nice.
is going to take his 2 attacks.
Cool.
He's going to hit once, and he needs 6s to do anything. Yeah. No.
So did you do for both Dire Avengers?
Oh, no.
He gets to hit as well.
Oh yeah, the other Dire Avenger. And 6s for him.
Cool. So you've lost combat by 2? No, by 1.
Okay.
Is that correct? No. So I've taken 2 wounds off the Exarch, 1 Dire Avenger, that's 3. You've killed 1, which is 1. So you've lost by 2. You're stubborn, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh, they
right
failed.
in. So D6 plus my initiative. Do you catch me? I think you will do. And I
Yes, I
believe you chase me down.
So that means the squad's eradicated.
It does.
Woohoo! Go guys!
Probably
So
wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that. My consolidation is it
I think it's D6.
D6. So 6 inches. They are going to do more bravely running away.
Yeah. Led by Sir Robin there.
Yeah.
Right. I'd imagine it's pizza time now.
It is pizza time. So that's the end of this turn. I think that went moderately well for me.
I think, yeah, I mean, I was surprised that you took him out.
Yeah.
And that will, obviously, my psychic powers are gone now.
Yeah, that's what I was focusing on by getting into combat there. Dark Reapers are dead. In terms of objectives, I've got Slay the Warlords, and I've also got objective 4 down here. So that puts me on 3. First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and objective 4. Still need objective 2 up there. I'm going to keep that card because Samael down there can now tether boost up there. Give me that objective. Okay, so this is turn 2. Darren's turn 2. What objectives have you drawn?
Okay, so Kane's Wrath. So essentially, I need to charge something to get a point. I need to charge three things. You get D3 points. I don't see that happening.
No.
And this other one is basically I have to kill something with the skimmer or jet bike rule. Now, considering most of the stuff I've got left is either a skimmer or a jet bike, I just have to kill 1 unit to get the point.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that I've got that because there's not a lot of emphasis on moving to grab objectives, which is great at this point because I've still got my jet bikes alive. They've still got their ability to move quite fast in their movement and their shooting phase. So panning over to see what we've actually done. So
yeah. You had reserve rolls as well, didn't you?
I did have
your,
reserve
Wolf Spiders.
and they decided that they were going to plap around looking at the Black Library.
This has happened quite
a bit
a lot.
longer, flip through some old tombs, stay down. So what I've done over here, I've got to the point now where I knew that there's a lot of Melter, a lot of Plasma on there, which is a threat to the Wraith Lords. I probably got rid of about half of that at the moment, which is good. This means I can start now to leverage the combat ability of the Wraith Lords, which is what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah, they are kind of beastly in combat.
It's not supposed to they're beastly, it's just that my high toughness should do me well.
Yeah.
So over here, the jet bikes have moved this way because they want to start moving away. They've got their scatter lasers, so they'll probably be aiming to drop a unit.
Yeah.
And of course, they're jet bikes and skimmers, so if they can do it, brilliant. The Fire Dragons have stayed inside, but the Wave Serpent's just hopped over here, so he can add his supporting firepower. And the Wraith Lord is going to be here. He's probably going to want to charge, so he may end up not using his shots. But we will see how things go, because of course if this kills that, they can shoot that, and he might have a go at them. So that's the way it's going to happen. These guys have moved out. These are the longer range ones. The shuriken cannons are in range, so they're probably going to have pop a couple of shots off of them, try and do something to the unit. Wraith Lord again, trying to use that combat leverage, is now coming out, so he's going to be also shooting at them and just sort of moving forward to put pressure on. And the unit of jet bikes, which doesn't have much range, are staying here because at a later point they may have to go get some objectives. And since I don't have to get any at the moment, we're going to move on.
Cool.
Obviously, no psychic phase anymore.
No.
Thanks for that.
That's alright, mate.
So let's go straight into shooting. What I will do is going to fire this at that unit to begin with.
Okay, this is the Wave Serpent, yeah?
It is the Wave Serpent.
So, as he's probably going to die anyway, he jinked last turn, he's going to jink again.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Don't really want to, but I kind of have to.
Starting off with the scatter laser, the shuriken cannon at the bottom.
Yeah.
2 hits. We'll put them to one side. Scatter laser on the top. That gets a reroll for twin linked. So, these are wounding on 3s. So we've got 2 wounds, 2 normal saves. And these guys are also wounding on 3s, but of course AP.
Rending, essentially.
Yeah, old school rending. So we've got 3 saves to go for him.
Cool. Use these dice. So it's the 4+ rerollable. So passed.
Okay, that narrows down my
Tink,
options
tink.
considerably. The jet bikes here are also going to shoot at the same target.
Cool.
Still aiming for those victory points by trying to get 1 unit killed.
Yeah.
So they're giving themselves 12 shots.
These are scatter laser ones.
They are, yeah, scatter lasers. Not the best there. So 3s to wound. Need to get myself something nice and high here.
Strength 6, 8, 5.
Okay, so that's 4. Again, 4 saves.
Yep. Fine, re-rolling 1. No, so he's taking a wound. He's down to 1 wound. He can see somebody else's heads, actually.
Okay. Well, I'll go for Samael then.
Yeah.
So hitting them on 3s.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay. Samael's tough as
So
5.
Samael, wait, and the chance to see if he's going to drink. He gets a what?
AP6.
AP6. Yeah. He's not gonna. How many? He's not gonna drink. No, he's not gonna drink. Screw it. He's got a vulnerable save
Reese
as
to
well.
wound him. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds. So 2 3-up saves. He failed both these and still be fine. He's fine. Fine. Yeah.
If he shoots him, probably won't kill him because of these stupid rerollable saves.
Yeah.
I am going to charge him.
Okay. I'm gonna fire Overwatch.
Yep.
So I've got a twin link plasma talon, and I'm in rapid fire range. You know what I could do? It gets hot. So what could happen is it could get hot and he kills himself. That would be fucking hilarious.
Yes, thanks.
So on to hit, both miss because I'm actually hitting on 5s because of the Dark Angels rule. Anyway, 1 hit. I do get that gets hot. So 3+. I passed it. So the one that I hit with,
5 to wound.
5 to wound. No. So he is now going to attempt to roll his dice to see if he's in range.
Okay.
I hope he fails.
Knowing how bad this turn's been so far, I would not be surprised if I didn't get very high.
Yeah. So.
No, that's not going to be enough.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. I reckon it is.
No.
What do we reckon?
No, it's not. No.
No, he's out.
No, he's
So, jet bike moves.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
These guys are going to move.
Beastie move.
Okay, so this is not going to get them where they want to be, which is away, so they'll have to try and sneak up behind him. Okay. These jet bikes are going to try and move as well.
The double one.
God's sake. What a shit turn. And these jet bikes here, we're not really going to do anything.
The charging one, you'll probably get that next turn because you'll be in a...
I don't think I will get that one this turn, my next turn, because I reckon he'll be dead. So
Yeah,
I'm actually going to skip.
Or I'll
get rid of that one.
Okay, so starting with the objectives. I obviously kept objective 2. It's now turn 3, so I can have 3 objectives to try and go for. I've got secure objective 5, which is this one here, so I've obviously moved some units on top of there to grab that. I had domination, which is a really cool card to get. It's D3 plus 3 victory points if you control every objective on the table at the end of your turn. It could have been possible. I could have gotten a majority of the objectives, but this objective through that window there, I measured it and there was no way any unit was going to get there. I would have had to have sacrificed a unit to get it, but considering I couldn't do it, it was a bit annoying. So I'll probably discard that one. In terms of movement, the bikers that were here have moved back just to capture that objective. So the bike that was on his own over here, he's ran away essentially. He'll just be an objective scoring unit later in the game. That's what I tend to do with the units to get whittled down. The Black Knights here have moved into position ready to charge the Wraith Lord, and the Dark Shroud is in position to make sure that he doesn't overwatch with his flamer weapons, because that would be fairly painful. Everything else has got into a position around here where they can start chipping away, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do enough damage to kill him. I know, I need to guarantee I kill him basically. And Samael has moved to the bottom of this tower. He didn't have enough. He didn't have enough to move directly on top to capture objective 2, but with his turbo boost, which is 27 inches, he can get up there and capture objective 2, which will secure me that. Additionally, on the other side around here, my attack bike's still chilling out, just having a good time. So, moving on to shooting. I'm actually going to start, so that I don't forget, by turbo boosting Samael up here to capture this objective. So Sammy, let's turbo boost up there to capture that objective. Now, this guy at the back, this attack bike, he's only firing snapshots, so I'll get him done first. He's not in rapid fire range, so it's just one melt gun, one bolt gun, hitting on 6s.
Which one's which?
What do you mean?
One melt and one bolt.
Melter's always blue, bolt guns are always red.
How fucking convenient.
Well, neither of them hit anyway. That's always the case, by the way.
So blues are always melter.
Blues are always melter or plasma. Blues are always special, because they are special. So all of these guys are in rapid fire range. I don't know whether to fire the melter guns. What's his save?
3 up.
Does he have an invulnerable?
No.
Cool, I'm going to fire 2 melter guns and 2 bolt guns.
Okay, I wouldn't bother with bolt guns.
Well, I might as well. Oh, can they not wound him?
Can't wound him.
It's actually impossible to wound him.
Yep.
Shit on it. Only 1 hit, so I need a 4 to wound him. It's a wound. Okay. So that's just a wound taken off, correct?
Just a wound.
So what's he on now? 3?
He's on 2.
2, okay. He's only got 3 wounds. Cool. So that's that squad. The next squad. Check they're all in range. Yeah, they're all in range. So 2 mounted guns. Pew pew, only 1 hits again. Wounding on a 4, so that's another wound, it's down to 1.
Why would you fail?
Indeed. And finally, the Black Knights are going to fire their Plasma Talons. So I'll fire the Plasma Talons first, and then if we need to, I'll fire the Grenade Launcher, because I'll be charging into combat. So hitting on 3s, all hit.
Nice.
I know. Oh, Samuel nearly fell over.
I only need 1, 5 or 6 amongst that.
Indeed. So this one was 1 as well, correct? Yeah, 6 hits. So 1, 5 or 6, and he is down. Oh, we have 1, 6. So Wraith Lord goes bye-byes. Finally, the Dark Shroud is going to fire his heavy bolter at the 3 jet bikes here. So hit on 3s, only 1 hit. Toughness 4, strength 5, so winning on 3s. There it is. Absolutely fine.
You can get fucked there.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. So that's this entire side of the board fired. This guy here is going to turbo boost. Bravely turbo boosting away.
Is there anything else to do? I believe that is actually the entirety of my turn.
Yeah, okay.
Objective-wise, I've scored objective 5 with these guys over here, and by turbo boosting Sammy on top, I've got objective 2. That puts me on a total of 5 victory points for the 3 I've got, First Blood and Slay the Warlords.
That'll be just one for me.
Okay, so Darren's drawn objectives, just to review what he's got here. Darren, what have you got?
We've got a similar sort of thing here as we had last turn, which I decided to discard because I didn't think the Wraith Lord would be there, and lo and behold, he wasn't. And then this one's still the same one as last time, which is killing things with skimmers. And then this one is also objective marker 5. So we rolled a d6 and got that, and funnily enough, it's over here.
That's the one I just done. You also rolled for your reserves, and your warp spiders are coming in this turn. Are you placing them there?
Yep, using the X-Arc as my start point.
Cool. Okay, so fairly big scatter. I think you'll be safe. You're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, of course. Yeah, I'm going to be okay for that. But don't forget, of course, I've got battle focus, so I can always start moving towards them.
So that's where he's placing his units. We'll do the rest of the movement, and then we'll be back. Okay, so Darren's done his movement, so over to you, Darren.
Okay, knowing that I've got a bit of an uphill struggle now, so what I'm going to try and do is maximise what I can. Might not necessarily be the best idea to get the fire dragons out now, but I'm going to do my best to try and make the most of them whilst they're there. I don't want to be in a situation where the vehicle dies and then suddenly I've got them being assaulted, so I want to avoid that. Trying to make the most of what I can do, which is to use the skimmers to try and take out units. So what I'll try and do is use the fire dragons to maybe whittle down that unit, possibly use this on the remainder, depending on how we go. These guys have moved back, so they've got a nice little angle over there. Over here, these guys obviously scattered, but it's not a problem because they're still in range and they can still use their battle focus. These guys have nipped up to here. They have the option of shooting at this unit here, but they're probably not going to use it because, in the best case scenario, these guys, if they're in range, they haven't checked yet, if they are, and they help finish off that squad, they might get a point. Obviously the Red Lord's over here as well, he's going to contribute his fire, so the idea really at the moment, get rid of that squad on objective 5 in the shooting phase to enable me to hopefully turbo boost up to there.
To grab that,
Battle focus for a run move first. We get a 3. I'm not going to bother re-rolling that because there's no real point. So of course with battle focus, if you're going to use it, you have to do your... you
have to do it before you move on to the next unit.
Otherwise you lose it.
Indeed.
So we got 5 normal guys. The X-Arc will be at BS6, so we'll keep him separate.
The tray's over there.
Yeah. So, hitting on 2s, because of course they're part of the formation. That wasn't so good, but never mind. Okay.
What's their strength? Is it
Strength 6.
Strength 6?
Yep. So, your... Now, Warp Spiders actually roll against initiative, but for Marines it doesn't make much difference. In fact, actually it does for these guys.
It does, because their toughness is 5.
So they're winning on 2s, not winning on 3s.
They are going to... Oh, will you let me get a jink?
You can choose to jink if you want to jink.
I'll get a jink.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck it, you're going to plough so much into them,
This is the X-Arc shooting. And he hits with both of them. So these are all hits.
Cool.
2s to wound you, and 6s will be the AP2, but it doesn't really matter here.
Oh!
Okay, so we have got 8 in total for that squad.
It's not looking good for those guys.
Shall I pass you these dice?
Yeah. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'll just do them all at once.
So what are you going to be doing on? A 4 at reroll?
Yeah, it's going to be 4. It has to be. I'm doing them all at once. So we failed on 2, so they are going to survive. Let's see. Do we? No. So 2 have died. We have 1 guy left.
So we know that I need to get objective mark 5.
Yes.
So let's do a nice turbo boost onto the objective, because we know we're going to be doing it.
So those guys are obviously have a massive turbo boost range.
Having a look at these guys through here, I believe one of them's taken a wound, is that right?
Yeah, one of them's on 1 wound, so they do have line of sight. You can see through that window.
Yeah, you'll be getting your cover save from it.
Yes.
So what I might do...
if you shoot them, I will jink.
Okay, and what will that give you in terms of stats?
4 plus re-rollable, so if you get your rending.
So these guys are going to go. Starting off with the guy with the normal shuriken catapults. he gets to re-roll because they're twin linked.
Thank God.
But he will need it. No hits, and the other guy's 6s. 3, sorry, to hit.
Nice.
Kind of makes up for it. 3s
Are
to
these
wound.
scatter lasers?
No, they're
What are
shuriken
these?
cannons.
Okay.
So they've got the AP too if they're all
Yeah,
6s. 3s to wound you. Okay.
So we have
3 wounds.
3 wounds. So I've got 4 plus rerollable. See what we get. Need that reroll. So 1 dies because he's on 1 wound. So
Sweet.
I dropped.
Yeah.
Sammy's obviously in clear sight of pretty much the whole battlefield.
Yep. So
Just what's the Racehorse range?
36.
Can we double check his range?
We can, but my guess is I'm going to bet on this 28 inches away. Oh.
36.
He's in.
He's just in. He's just in B
Can
run.
reach it. Right, 3s to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, and it will be 3s to wound you.
Yeah.
Just 2 wounds.
So 2 3-up saves. He's fine.
Eat lead.
He doesn't feel anything.
Okay.
Man is cold-hearted.
These guys
Mm-hmm.
are going to be shooting you, and they're all in range.
So they are obviously going to jink because if they didn't, they'd be dead. So these are essentially melter guns, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, going for these guys. 2s to hit because of the formation.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 missed. Haven't done the X-Arc yet. And the X-Arc is going to roll, and he's going to hit. So 5 hits. Running on 2s.
He's running on 2s, and did he get a reroll?
Yeah, so let's put the X-Arc to one side. So it's normal guns. Christ.
Oh, we had 2 ones.
Okay, and then it's the X-Arc. Who gets to re-roll that? 2 wounds. So 3
we have
wounds.
3 wounds. So I've got 4 plus rerollable. This is my cover save and the Ravenwing special rule. So that's cocked.
That looks like a cock dice to me.
Cool, I'll re-roll that one. So that's fine. So re-rolling these 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a cock
That's
dice.
fine. Last one. They're all good. So what, the 3 bikes to the back?
3 bites to the back.
I am going to jink. I also need to check if he's in range of the
Dark Shroud.
Dark Shroud. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is.
Can you double check for me? From any point. Oh, he is. He is. So he gets 3 plus rerollable cover
Yeah.
save.
Not that your guys seem to be needing a better save at all. So 3s to hit you.
That's all right for me.
3s to wound you.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4.
4, 3 plus rerollable. Fine. All the 3s. All the 3s.
It's going to have to be at that guy again.
Okay, we're going on the attack bike again.
Shuriken
It's
cannon.
already jinked.
1 hit, and then the scatter laser. Reroll that. Okay. So it doesn't matter at all. So 3s to wound. So that's 3.
3 plus rerollable cover saves. Fine. Tink, tink, tink.
Are you testing me, Satan?
Tinkerbell.
I forgot to do the battle focus with the fire dragons.
Do you want to do it?
Go on then.
5 inches.
These guys are going to do their.
These are the assault moves, yeah?
Right, see how far those jet bikes go.
So,
They're going
yeah.
9.
Beefy 9 inches.
Trying to get away. These guys are going to also do their move. Cool. Let's, I'll just roll that down. Up that one. 6 and a 1. 7 inches. Funnily enough, backwards. These guys are going to do their jump attack move because they can.
The jet bikes?
No, they
Oh, the, yeah. What's about this?
4 inches.
Yeah. So
Should've
leadership
done that,
test
yeah.
for the attack bike back there, it's fine. And for the single Ravenwing biker left over, fine as well. In terms of objectives. Okay.
1, as far as I'm aware.
Cool, and that is for taking objective 5
Taking
here.
objective 5.
Are you going to discard any objective cards?
I'm going to discard the one that involves being in close combat.
Yeah. Okay, so turn 4, my player turn. I've drawn some new objectives. I've got secure objective 4, which is again
this one over here. So those guys are going to be capturing that. I've got domination, D3 plus 3 if you control every objective marker on the table. Again, that's not going to happen. I should probably discard that. Apprehend and Interrogate is a Dark Angels card, so I don't have to announce that I've got it. But I might as well, because I'm probably going to discard it.
Rubbish.
Yeah, I need to slay a character in a challenge. Is there a character?
There is, and it's an XR.
So it is possible for me to get that, although
Yes.
guarantee I'll forget that. And no prisoners. 1 victory point if an enemy unit was completely destroyed. If you completely destroyed between 3 and 5, during your turn, score D3, and then it ramps up to killing 6. In terms of my movement, I have bravely ran away again. The attack bike in that building is just sat there pretty much. This guy is chilling out. He can't really do much, he's jinxed, so he's just getting in a position where he can take objectives down this side of the board later on. This guy, Black Knight, doing roughly the same kind of thing. He'll probably turbo boost in a minute. Then over here, I've moved the Black Knights around so that they can charge the Fire Dragons. I've moved Samael down so he can do the same. The Dark Shroud is within range of 6 for both of them, so they won't get Overwatch basically. These guys are capturing the objectives, and the Melter Guns in both of those squads are going to be going on the Wave Serpents to try and destroy it. That is pretty much it for my movement, so moving on to shooting. So this guy here is going to turbo boost back to hide there. Now over here, I'll start out with the Melter Guns. So on the front, what's this armour? 12?
Armour 12.
Cool. So the 2 Melter Guns here are going to fire into that. Where's our... So hit on 3s, both hit, 2 6s. So the first one is a pen.
Okay.
Second one is a pen.
Okay, so...
Do you have an invulnerable save?
No, but a Wave Serpent does have the ability to reduce those down to glancings on 2 pluses.
Cool, so I imagine you'll be doing that.
Oh yeah, and also be jinking, by the way.
Okay, so this is a
2
jink.
glancing. No, this is to...
Oh, okay, that's...
Yeah.
Right, and then
now,
the jinx.
now the jinx.
Right.
Okay, so it takes 2...
2 glancing hits.
either would have been bad for me anyway.
Yeah, so this next squad, 2 more Melter Guns into there. Both hit. First one is a pen. Second one is a pen again. No, it's a glance, sorry.
Okay.
So do you want to reduce the 1 pen down to a glance on a 2 plus?
Yeah.
And then you need
2.
You need to fail one of these from my perspective.
I'm looking past both of them.
So it's just a wreck. It's not destroyed, it's just a wreck.
Okay. So
It's that.
we'll leave it hovering.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to go with Samael first because he can fire his mini template. This is for his plasma cannon. So see if it gets hot. Does not, which means he can still fire it. If it gets hot, he wouldn't be able to fire it. And he'd take a wound. So I'm going here on this man here to go. Is that a fire pike? Is that right?
It is a fire pike.
I'm learning things. So it scatters that way by only 1 inch. I think he's this is skill 5, I believe.
You would be. You'd
So-
be a shit Space Marine come up HQ if he wasn't.
So we get 3. He also has a bolt gun, not bolt gun, a storm bolter. Sorry. So storm bolters, not 20. Okay, so we need 2s on the blues and 3s on the reds. Cool. So that's 3 AP2.
I will go to ground.
Cool. So that's a 6 up. So 2
there.
die.
Which would
Oh,
be
so-
from the... Actually, it has to come from there.
Okay, cool. Can you choose to fire certain weapons? Like, could I only fire my grenade launcher and not fire the rest?
I don't know, but it sounds fair to me that you could.
Alright, I'll fire the grenade launcher to minus their weapon skill and initiative. I won't fire the thingies because ideally I want to get him into a challenge. So see if that hits. Scatters that way by 3 inches. I imagine that means it's going to get nothing. Sorry, it's not 3 inches. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 3 inches. That's still going to hit 1.
Go on then.
So their initiative and weapon skill is reduced by 1. See if I wound on a 4 plus. No. So that's that. The attack bike over here. I'm just going to see if you can see through the window himself.
I saw you, so I'm fairly sure you can see me.
So he's going to fire at the jet bikes. That's one bolt gun and one melter gun. Both hit, so 2, and so that would be a 4+ cover. And does that even wound? Yes.
So the red one will be a 3 up armor save.
Yep.
Which I pass, and then a 4 up cover save. Which I pass.
Cool, very nice. So the guys over here, Overwatch is not possible as a result of my Dark Shroud being within 6 of the unit. So they're going to see if they can get into combat. They are in. So Hammer of Wrath, I don't know, when do I issue a challenge? Is it to begin with or after Hammer of Wrath? Cool, so I have 4 Hammer of Wrath, automatically hit, base strength, which is 4, so 3's the wound, 2 wounds, you get it's AP dash.
So if you can pass me the dice, I think it's slightly easier for me. Sure. 1 save, 1 dead.
Cool.
And it has to be on the guy at the front here, unless I can look out sir. So I will look out sir on a 4 up. Cool. Which I failed, so he's got 1 wound left.
Cool, I'm going to issue a challenge to him.
Cool, which I will deny.
Not you mind. So I should have kept that secret.
Yeah, you should.
I should have done. So 4 attacks each.
Sure.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
It's a lot of dice there, baby.
It's quite a lot of dice. Cool, and then wounding you on 2s. 6s are rending as well. That was cocked.
Yeah, you've killed all the ones that you can.
Yeah, so
wipe out the unit.
Yeah, unit's gone. You are attacking back now.
With my 3 lovely attacks. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. Big surprise.
Cool. In terms of objectives, I have secure objective 4 that's been taken by these guys here. So that one's in the bank. Domination, I'm going to discard. Apprehend and interrogate. I unfortunately told Dan I needed that. And then no prisoners, 1 victory point if an enemy unit is completely destroyed. I can completely destroy 2 units, unfortunately not enough to get me to 3. So that's 1 victory point on that as well. Cool, so moving on, that's my player turn 4. We're now on Darren's player turn 4. It's turn 4, Darren's turn, so you've drawn new objectives. What have you got?
Just to start off with, I wouldn't say it's looking particularly good at the moment for us. I don't know how far in the lead John is, but let's try and do something about it. Luckily enough, I got something a little bit better this turn. So I've still got killing units with the skimmer rule, which is fine because I've still got skimmers.
Is it skimmers and jet bikes, isn't it?
Yeah. I've also got victory points for killing units, 1 victory point for killing a single unit, or D3 if I kill 3 units now. Attack bike. The other one I've got is objective marker 2, which is all the way at the top there, which the Dark Reapers were on, and that's why these jet bikes have headed off in this direction.
They're going to be turbo boosted.
Yeah. The warp spiders have zipped up to here. No doubt they'll be using their battle focus to get everyone around the corner.
True.
The other unit of jet bikes are coming in here to lend their firepower to try and get rid of him. The Wraithwheel has moved up. You can see that pesky bike that has survived far too long over there. And the other unit of jet bikes have moved here, just in case their their scatter laders are needed over in that direction or in this direction here for the attack bike. If they're not needed, then they can shoot themselves down at this over here.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm going to do, jet bikes. The first thing I'm going to do is fire through the window at this guy over here.
Okay, so that jet bike's going to jink. He's got 1 wound left. Literally, I need to just try and keep him alive.
Starting off with shuriken catapults from the guy at the front here. I'm going to pop through the window as well.
Right.
So, 3s to hit with a reroll. Both hit. Let's do the shuriken cannons. 3 shots. 2 of them. So 3s to hit again. Okay. Let's say that one was meant to be rolled. So these guys, I'll roll first. 3s to wound. Okay, 3 wounds so far, and you're jinking, so it doesn't matter about the AP2.
Right.
And then this guy over here, so this needs 5s. 1 more. So we got 4.
So that's 4 plus, re-rollable, jink saves. I really need this. Oh,
It will come down to this. Oh, he's all right. He's all right.
So,
Tough as nails.
very irritating because he's done it again.
That's another perspective.
I think
on
we're probably looking at about 18 saves on one wound models now.
He's just hard as nuts, isn't he?
I just think you're a jammy fucking bastard.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Okay, so I still need to get somebody with the skimmer rule to actually kill someone.
Yeah.
So this really means that I have to fire these jet bikes next. So hitting on 3s.
So yeah.
And wounding again on 3s. Okay, so that's 5 this time.
Part of me wants to fail this, another part really doesn't. Come on, right. We have 3 4-up saves to make. Fail one of these. Oh,
Yes,
he's dead. He's
finally.
down. He's down.
Took so many. Right, so now the Warp Spiders are going to do their battle focus.
Right.
They'll re-roll that with their fleet.
Oh, they got fleet, yeah. 2 inches.
2 inches, which will make all the difference.
That's what she said.
Okay, so he's going to come out to here. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal guys hitting on.
He's jinking, obviously, yeah.
He's jinking. Okay, so that's 9 hits so far.
Hit on 2s, yeah.
Yep. And then the Exarch hits with both of his as well. And we're wounding on 2s.
Now, if I survive this, there'll be an issue.
There will be a rage quit, I imagine.
Right.
And then that's this many. I don't know how many of those. That's 10.
Part of me really wants to pass all of these first time. All
Shut up.
6s. All 6s! Not that many 6s.
Cocked one to me.
Yeah, so re-rolling that one. That's fine. Size 6, yeah. Cool. There we go. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
he's down. It's another one down. These
No
guys are
issues
gonna come
whatsoever
up
about
here.
it. Up they come. Swooping along.
It's more fun if you make swooping noises.
Right, this now leaves me with a Wraith Lord who's getting increasingly frustrated along with his owner. That fucking attack bike over there.
Right, so this is the course of Darren's frustration and possibly high cholesterol levels.
Yeah, probably. And my diet. So yeah, I want to kill this person. Not even about the victory points, because statistically he should be dead already.
Okay.
And I'm guessing he's going to jink.
Yes, yes.
What a
You know me
surprise.
very well. This army is based around jinking. So hitting on 3s.
Okay, wounding on 3s again. Okay, so 3 saves.
3.
Now.
We
I
have
believe
3.
that's what you always seem to pass on as well.
4 plus. So, right. This is why we had the reroll. If I make all 3 of these, Darren's probably going to punch me. No, he's
Get him
down.
off the
He's
board.
down. So that's another victory point, I believe, isn't it?
That
Or is it
D3
victory
points.
points? Is what it's
So
called.
the jet bikes are going to start moving. First of all, with this squad here, and moving a nice 7 inches. No prizes for guessing that they're going to hide.
And they're hiding on an objective as well, which is good for next turn. If he pulls out that objective.
Yep.
He's already got it.
So they'll whiz round to there. This other unit of jet bikes are also going to move. For the second turn, they roll stupidly lowly.
Double 1.
Yep. And the Warp Spiders are going to use their jump pack rule. They can move
Oh, very nice.
8 inches. Well, it makes sense, I think, to try and get ourselves on an objective, just in case you happen to draw it.
See how many victory points he gets on his D3. Could be interesting.
Okay. So how much are we going to get on my D3?
Right, here we go. We need a 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2. It is a 4, so he gets 2 victory points for that.
Okay, so let's claim that one, and 2 points for that one.
So essentially, he's got 6 to my 7. So the game is actually pretty damn tight right now. It's really. Okay, so I've drawn some new objectives. I have some Dark Angels ones, which I am going to keep secret this time. I've got score 1 victory point. This is part of redemption. At the end of your turn, if during your turn a friendly unit with the Dark Angels faction charged an enemy unit at the start of the charge sub-phase included more models than their own unit. That's pretty much impossible this phase, this turn.
No forgiveness, 1 victory point at the end of your turn if you completely destroyed 1 or more enemy units that were controlling an objective marker at the start of your turn. And that is the reason why I moved all of these units around to see these jet bikes. That's secure objective 3. This man here, I thought I might be getting objective 3, that's why I left the attack bike in him there. He is going to, he's already moved and he's then going to turbo boost to capture objective 3. Big game hunter, destroy a vehicle or monstrous creature. That is the only unit over there that I can do that to, but my range isn't going to allow me to. And 1 victory point if I issue a challenge, so I will discard that at the end of the game. In terms of movement, as I say, he's just moved down and everything else is in position to try and kill those jet bikes. Hopefully it's enough firepower to take them out. So I've walked through my movement, I've walked you through my objectives. To begin with, this unit here, he's going to turbo boost 12 inches to grab objective 3.
Not a surprise there.
Nope. The rest, also I forgot to mention, Samael has joined this unit. I moved them around slightly to make sure that they get as much line of sight as they can. So to kick off proceedings, Samael and his unit are going to fire at the jet bikes. Samael is going to see if his plasma cannon gets hot. It does not.
I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
Oh, he's killed himself with it before.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't scatter because he's ballistic skill 5. So that would have gone. Didn't actually show, but hits 1. So that hits 1. Then we have some plasma talons incoming. Okay, so that has already hit. These are the plasma talons. Is that correct? Yeah. So all hit. No, haven't all hit. Linked. All hit.
Yeah.
So the Raven grenade launcher can fire crack shells. It is strength 6, AP4, rapid fire. So in rapid fire range, so these are those. 1 hits. So we have strength 6 and strength 7. So we're only on 2s, and in fact they're all 2s. Cool.
I'm going to take my cover save, by the way, rather than jinking.
That's fine, yeah. So
I don't get re-rolls to my jink.
No, so you get 4 plus on 7.
Okie dokie. See what we're going to get. And all dead.
They are dead, which has given me another objective.
Would you like to take them off for me?
I would love to. I'm going to move these guys all. They're going to turbo boost. Try and get in position for if the game goes on. It might obviously end right now. So they're all going to turbo boost up here. Dark Shroud is just going to stay where it is. So that is the end of my turn 5. In terms of objectives, I have secured one of my secret ones. Is this it? No, not that one. 1 victory point if at the end of your turn you completely destroy 1 or more enemy units that were controlling an objective marker at the start of your turn. That was a secret objective I had. So I've done that. I've also secured,
Captain Smug.
Yay! I've also secured objective 3 with this man here. I am now going to discard Hungry for Glory because I hate issuing challenges. And that's the end of my turn 5. So over to Darren's turn 5.
There's no way in hell I'm going to get all objective markers.
Yeah.
1 victory point if an enemy character was removed as a casualty. There's potential for that, but Samael's in a squad, and the only Ravenwing biker that I can really see to shoot at independently is that guy over there, who doesn't happen to be a character of any kind. So they're probably unlikely to get. Objective marker 5, which I'm already on. Getting within 12 inches of John's board edge, which I can probably do, which is why these jet bikes have moved over to here, because they're going to turbo boost into there.
Yeah.
And I believe the last one is killing a vehicle or monstrous creature. So it's going to have to be
The Dark Shroud. Still the only vehicle
which
I've
is
got.
why the Wraith Lord has moved to shoot it in the arse.
Yeah. So it's a shooting phase, movement's already done. Yeah.
So I'm going to turbo boost into there. The reason I haven't gone to try and move all the units in is because I don't hold enough units that would hold objective marker 5 and be able to zip here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move them pretty far back, definitely in deployment zone. These jet bikes, we've checked they're in range of that. I don't want him to get another turn and happen to be already on objective marker 3, so I'm going to try and get rid of him.
They will jink. He
will jink.
Five, buddy.
High five. So, let's bring the dice rolls over here.
Yes.
Okay, hit them on 3s. And then we're looking at 3s to wound him as well.
Strength 6.
There we go. Toughness 5. So we're looking at 5.
5, so it's a 3+, he's got skilled rider. Rerollable cover save. So fail 2 of those. So just need to make these, come on. No! Fail, so he's dead.
Right, now checking with the Wraith Lord. You can only actually see the back of the Night Shroud. I'm looking for a Hope in Hell.
So the Dark Shroud is obviously going to jink because he's got the Shrouded special rule.
Yeah, there is a possibility, I suppose, I can maybe immobilise him or something like that.
Yeah.
Get through.
He's only armor 10 all round, so
he needs to hit him.
Did get through.
Okay, so 4s to glance, 5 to pen.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's nice.
we've got 2 glancing and 3 pen. So with your silly,
Right, so what was this?
we have 2 glancing to begin with.
So 2 glancing, fine. 2
Yeah.
pen?
3 pen.
3 pen. Fine.
And ping, 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 ping.
Tink, tink.
So they're just going to shuffle a little bit this way, just to keep themselves out of harm's way potentially. Still hold the objective.
Cool.
Yeah, so these bikes are going to try not to roll the double
They're
1 again.
assault, isn't it?
It is. Now remember, the last 2 turns they've either rolled a 2-inch move or a 3-inch move for this. 6. So having a look, that means I can get them all inside here.
Cool.
Which is what they'll be doing.
Cool.
It would be the end of my turn.
Yeah.
It is. So let's count what I've got.
Yeah.
So we have got, we come out of marker 5. We've got 1 point for getting a unit in there. We didn't get monstrous creature, didn't get character, and we didn't get that one. Whilst we're filming, I might as well say that I'm going to discard one. So I'm going to discard domination because there's no way I'm going to be able to get that.
Yeah. Cool. So this roll is to see if the game ends. On a 3+ we continue, 1 or 2 ends. 3+ we continue, turn 6. Turn 6, my turn 6. Should be quite a short turn. I don't think there's going to be much killing. I've drawn new objectives, we now have 6. So I've got behind enemy lines, 1 victory point if one of your scoring units is within 12 inches of your opponent's board edge. If 3 or more scoring units are within 12 inches of your opponent's table edge, you score D3 victory points instead. I've been a bit cheeky, Samuel's left that squad again to create an additional scoring unit, so I have 1, 2, 3, all on his on the table edge, also would get me line breaker. I then have Flawless Strategy, which is arrived by reserves, so that's not going to happen. Kingslayer, D3, if at the end of your turn your opponent's warlord has been removed as a casualty during this or any previous turn, so I've automatically got that. Big Game Hunter, 1 victory point if you destroy a vehicle or monstrous creature, which is why I've moved my melter guns in range of this Wraith Lord. Path of Redemption, I'm not going to get that. And Psychological Warfare I probably won't get either. So I'm mainly aiming for behind enemy lines, Kingslayer, and possibly Big Game Hunter. So you've seen why I've moved. I've just moved to gain the line breaker-esque objective, and also I've moved these in position to try and kill him. So range, there's 2 melter guns here. Oh, they both miss, so I can't kill him. These 2 melter guns are going to fire, both hit. So I need 4 to wound, 2 wounds, essentially just 2 wounds gone, so he's on 1 wound. So ideally I needed 1 more wound on him to take him down.
This is where I'm going to be nice and remind you that
Oh yes,
has strength 5.
it does. So
I'm too nice to you.
that's quite pleasant. 3's to hit,
6 is to wound.
6 is to wound, 1 wound.
Okay, 3 up.
Ah, he's
There we go.
fine, he's
Armor
fine.
3.
That's the end of my turn. I have claimed D3 for being 3 units at the back there, so let's roll our D3 here. So that's 2.
It's always a 2.
It is a 2.
No,
So-
it literally always is.
behind enemy lines is a 2. I get D3 for Kingslayer. because any previous turn. So that's 3. Big Game Hunter I couldn't get, but I'm fairly confident I could. And I'm going to discard Flawless Strategy just in case the game goes on. Give them a shuffle. That's the end of my turn 6. So over to Darren for his movement.
We've got objective marker 2, which is the one that we've been spending all game fighting over.
The one at the top of the tower.
The former Dark Reap as well. We've still got Slaying Airman character, still got one to do with the vehicles. Again, probably not going to do that. We do have score D3 if you control at least 2 objective markers and twice as many as your opponent, which I probably will get.
I only have 1 objective under my control, so yeah.
And then objective marker 3, which is over there. And can you remember what we rolled for this one?
Objective marker 1, I believe, wasn't it? Which is the one underneath there.
Yeah. Because they will be jet bike boosting back into that.
So they're going to move out, shoot. So he's changing his move for the jet bikes, just moving them back.
Yeah.
So that they can do some shooting and then.
Because I moved the dice to remind me where I was.
Okay.
But the Wraithlord is going to go forward because I want to get one into combat. I'm probably going to get shot at and probably going to take 1 wound.
Probably going to be melted.
Probably going to melt
to death
by snap shooting. So these guys are going to turbo over to objective marker 3.
Yeah.
So the Wraithlord is going to try and spike you.
So there's some shooting from the Wraithlord into the Ravenwing Bikers. Which unit are you shooting?
I'm shooting the closest unit.
Right, see if I jink, they don't get to fire Overwatch on BS2. It has to be BS. Yeah, I'll jink.
Okay. And we're looking at 3s to wound. So that's 5 4-up saves for you on those bikes. And presumably you want to re-roll that. Just being jammy again, by the way. Yeah, 1 pops. The jet bikes over here are going to shoot at the other unit.
So they will not jink, because I'm in cover, so I get 4+ anyway.
Yeah, and you're forgetting that I have an AP6 anyway, so quite why you jinked in the first place I don't know.
Well, the re-roll is quite useful.
Yeah, okay, so you are jinking, is that right?
No.
Okay, shooting at them from the bikes then. Okay, that was a 2, so we'll get rid of that. And then 3s to wound you from the jet bikes. Okay, so that is 4 3-up saves for the other unit of bikes.
So we have 1 dead, and that unit hasn't jinked.
Okay, moving into the assault phase, I'm going to move the jet bikes first. And they're going to zip back 6, which will get them into the cover and covering objective marker 1. Wraithlord. Oh, you have to take a leadership test first though.
Yeah. Fine.
You pass. And are you going to snapshot at me?
Oh, you're charging in, are you?
Oh yeah.
So I only get kind of 6 instead of 5. Oh, it's a hit.
God's sake.
Let me just get in focus. It's a hit. So 4 to kill him. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Your jamminess.
What are the
knows no
chances?
bounds. Well,
We said it would happen.
we knew it was going to happen.
So does that mean I score this objective now, or what?
Depends on what it says on the card.
At the end of your turn.
Okay, so objective marker 1, which was this.
Strands of Fate, yeah.
Okay. Objective marker 3.
Yep, got that.
Okay.
Supremacy, D3.
Okay. Give me a 5 or a 6.
So 1.
Typical. And
Did you get objective mark 2? No, you left 2.
no, I tried not to.
That was no. Cool. Now, that's the end of Darren's turn 6, so we're continuing to the last turn, turn 7 on a 4+. Do you want it to end?
My preference would be to end.
It's ended.
Ah.
So we totted up the scores, and the way it's ended is it's 15 to 11. I had quite a few of these objectives, as well as some decent D3 scores on these variable type cards. I also had Line Breaker at the back here, Say the Warlord for his Farseer, and First Blood for the Warwalker at the start of the game. Darren unfortunately didn't have Line Breaker, but did have a few objectives from what he'd been picking up. But yeah, it was a good game, I think. I think it was close, and then it wasn't close, and it kept going back and forth. But yeah, good game. Right. That's the game, done, well played. Good game.
We can't be friends anymore.
No, Yeah, what did you think? How do you think it went?
I think it probably was a little bit closer than sometimes normally.
Yeah.
I think with the matchup, we've had this matchup. Similar sort of list for me, pretty much the same list for you every time.
Yeah, because I only have certain models, I don't have enough to give variety. I've been playing this art, I've had this art for like 2 years, so my army doesn't change. Dan's got a lot, so you can mix around with models.
But only ever make slight changes.
Yeah.
I don't think it was hugely one-sided. I think that there were definitely points in the game, like turn 2 and turn 3, when getting a little bit more luck would have probably pushed me further ahead. I think there's some critical points. I think the luck just deserted me. I couldn't say really that skill deserted me, because you have to have it in the first place to lose it.
What a comment.
But some of the things where it just didn't go right, I think that crippled me, and I think those couple of turns where those assault bikes, attack bikes, survived longer than they should, and that got under my skin. And that lost me a lot of points early in the game that I could have taken.
Yeah, as kind of expected though, what happens fairly often with these sorts of games, especially with my Ravenwing, this happens a lot, is where you get in, deal quite a lot of damage first turn, and then when you hit back it thins them out. For most of the game, I was probably about half, from like turn 2, maybe turn 3, I was about half efficiency, and then it went less, but that's when you've got to play a different game. It's less about hitting you. And I mean, if you look at the table now, I'm in one corner, just sat at the very back over there, and then Darren's sort of over this side of the table, so we sort of stopped fighting each other a little bit, and just we're trying to do our own thing with objectives.
Yeah. I was thinking about, because I think it was you that pushed me towards taking more jet bikes, get a bit more speed in there.
Yeah.
And that you know, had it gone for more static units, then I wouldn't have scored the 50 points I did.
Yeah, it would have been.
Jet bikes are brilliant. Great. I like to have a unit where you've got, you know, bare bones, just because I don't care if it dies, because if it gets 3 victory points or counts towards getting D3, it's worth it. Scatter laser bikes, brilliant. If I wasn't playing against guys with the re-rollable cover saves, then the fact they've got scatter laser bikes does make them really good. It's still good.
There's a lot of firepower,
but there's just far too many saves from your perspective.
Yeah, it's very resilient.
The Wraith Lords, love the Wraith Lord models. I know that a Wraith Knight is a better idea, but I can't stand it. It looks like a piece of sin.
Yeah, it's not great.
And they didn't quite do what they were meant to do. In normal games, they kick out so many shots. And they're basically there to kind of like go and kick you in the face, but they never got a chance to get in.
They weren't as shocking or scary as I thought they'd be, to be honest. In the past, I've been more scared of them. I don't know why.
They can do a lot of damage.
They can do. I don't know why that turned.
That's because I didn't kill enough for your high strength AP2.
Yeah.
Before I had to go in with
I'll tell you what I was surprised about, and this is something like the focus of. I've done a showcase video for the Ravenwing, so check that out. I talk about it a bit more. But the Dark Shroud is the central sort of focus of this army, or it can be. With Maelstrom missions, you tend to spread yourself out a bit more. But when you had those Dark Reapers getting some shots off, you did manage to pretty much wipe out a Black Knight squad, which is really good. But why didn't you go for the Dark Shroud? That's your best attempt to get rid of the Dark Shroud, and then it stops the +1 to my covers. But what was your...
Well, I didn't give them crack missiles for a start, so they'd only be strength 5 against it.
I suppose.
And also because in actual fact with the Maelstrom mission, you have to move around quite so much to spread yourself out. I knew that units would end up being out of that 12-inch bubble, so I knew there'd be opportunity 6 inches. Well, 12 inches across.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I knew that they would actually be out of there. So I knew that I would have opportunities to shoot where it's, you know, +1 to the cover save ability wouldn't help him. So that I'd rather kill the units with plasma in the hope that if I killed them off, then the Wraith Lords can go in without worrying about getting shot and killed before they get into combat. You killed quite a few of the Dark Reapers in the first turn.
Yeah.
I was probably lucky they survived. I have had games where I try a completely different tactic. This is mostly just to annoy John, which is to stick Illic, the ranger character, in there and just sit there and give them up the whole unit a 2+ cover save.
Yeah, they're in ruins. That's because it's shrouded. It gives them shrouded. Is that right?
Yeah, it gives them shrouded. But also because he can then make one guy in the unit shoot something else. So I could then go, okay, well the Dark Reaper Exarch, I'm going to give him crack missiles. And he'll fire at the Dark Shroud, and the rest will fire at a unit and kill him.
Yeah. I know how brutal they are, and that's why I tend to. To begin with, I didn't know how brutal they were and how to deal with them. But over a few games, I've learned that I need to kill them ridiculously quickly because they are really good at killing bikes. That's pretty much it. Cheers for watching. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, that would be awesome. Cheers.